Welcome to another episode of the Creative Center Talk Show, and we have a great show here. We are on KNFS 98.1 in Tulare County. Again, you can hear us every Friday, 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time on KNFS 98.1. We have a fun show today, but before we start, I'm going to go ahead and introduce everybody that's here today. So I'll start to my left. We have
Luis,
Dale, Connor, Gary,
Kim,
Selena,
Simon, Tommy, Lori.
All right. So if you're hearing us on this Friday, because usually we pre-record this on Wednesday, but you're hearing this episodes on Friday, we have done our in-house show that's going on Thursday. Okay. So if you're hearing this episode on Friday, we are talking about our Thursday's in-house show. Okay, so a lot of us here, half of us here, are involved on the in-house program for the first time, or are getting back to doing it again. Like Luis has done it for so many years, and he's getting a chance to do this. But we have first-time performers here at the Creative Center, like Connor, Selena. I don't remember you doing it. You never done it before, right? All right, so Selena would be doing it first time, and so is Simon will be doing it. We're going to have some people that are going to be helping out, either in background, like Daniel's going to be helping around in the background, and Gary is going to be helping out with the camera work. So we got a lot of people here that are chipping in with in-house and supporting the new people that are be part of an in-house. But this episode, we're going to kind of share a little bit about what Connor, Selena, and Simon are doing. And then everybody else here will give our experience a little bit about what in-house performance you've done before. So, Connor, go ahead and share with us what you're doing for in-house.
I'm going to be doing two things. One is the opening act, which will be the Spell Block Tango, parody of Cell Block Tango from Chicago. And my own little thing is that I'm going to be singing Hellfire from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Where did you come up with that? What made you want to do this?
Try on error with my other three songs.
Oh yeah, that's right, huh? Yeah, in the beginning you had all the.
I had the Bells of Notre Dame first, and then once I remembered, oh yeah, ridiculous high note at the end. I'm not going to do that. Second was Simple and Clean from Kingdom Hearts, and I thought, no, this is all right. I can try and do this.
Yeah.
Female voice, really high notes. Sometimes I can decide which note to stick on. So I went with Hellfire.
Yeah, you sing that really good. If you're hearing this on Friday, we are going to have this available recorded on video, so people can go back and listen to or watch it on YouTube later on in the future.
And for people doing the math, it wouldn't be on the Friday, it would be on the Saturday.
Yeah, it would be the following day. So if you're hearing this, it would be tomorrow on a Saturday. It'll be available. So, yeah, Selena's all excited, so everybody good, because she wants everybody to see her.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Go ahead, pass the mic to Selena. Selena's got something to share.
I forgot. I did do a in-house performance once. It was on Valentine's Day.
Oh.
I Will Always Love You.
Yeah, you did with April and Michaela.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you share with us that experience? How did you feel about doing that for the first time?
I was pretty nervous, but I was like, whatever, just singing and all stuff, and yeah.
Yeah.
What
made you want to do this one? Tell everybody what you're singing in this performance, this show.
I kind of like Disney, even though it's a little bit dark, but I still kind of like it a little bit, not too much. But
Disney's dark?
Yes.
When did that happen? What happened to the jolly old Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck? And
they explained it to me too.
I'm sorry. It's not what it seems.
There's hidden messages. Okay, I didn't know. All right.
It's supposed to be a kids show, but it's not. All right. So, the one I'm doing is Moana, How Far I'll Go.
And that's Bales's favorite song.
That's my favorite. I'll probably climb on stage with you.
Better be careful. She would, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or she'll take your spot, open the curtains, and there she is.
You could.
Selena's all tied up in the back.
Okay.
No, it's your moment.
Yeah.
You.
So what was it about that song, though? I mean, you sing it really well. Is it because you feel really comfortable with it, or?
It has some meaning. It's kind of like my life, a little bit like my life.
Oh, okay.
And whenever there's a song that has meaning to me, then I just want to pour my heart out and sing it with passion sometimes.
Yeah. And we hear you when you're doing it, when you rehearse it. You know, it feels like it's coming to you naturally. That's why I'm like, you probably have known this for so many years because of the way you perform it. Because you're even actually getting into it a little bit more than just singing. You're kind of showing it a little bit more with facial and movements. So you're really familiar with that. Even Connor is getting to a point now with that song. He's really getting into it too. So when you see the video, you'll know what we're talking about. So, all right. Cool. Thank you. All right. Then we have Simon. Simon is going to be on the stage. Right now we're trying to calm him down a little bit because he's getting a little nervous. I know you're getting excited. But that's everybody. Everybody who performs, even as veteran performers that go up on stage, will get the butterflies and excitement. But once you get on stage, you'll be all right. But Simon, go ahead and tell the audience what you're doing, what you're performing.
I'm performing with a poem by a bunch of different characters from different Disney shows.
All the different characters.
Yes.
Can you name some of them just for right now, just a little bit, just so they can get an idea of what you're talking about?
Mickey, Minnie, Piglet, Pooh, Donald, Daisy.
There you go. How did you find out about the poem?
I was kind of wanting to participate, so I found one on the internet, and I thought it would be good to show you, and I practiced it was so hard and tough.
Yeah, and what I like about it is that you memorized it too. So it's not like you have it there in front of you. You studied it, you practiced during our performing art classes, and even with Kevin has helped you out a little bit how to memorize it. So you're going up on stage already prepared. You're prepared to do it. It's just the nerves that is getting into you, but you're set to go. You're ready to go and do this. So, do you feel after doing a performance like this that maybe you want to explore a little bit more, or do you like, well, let me try doing this first and see what happens?
I kind of feel like since I'm going to have a little bit of the clients as backup people, it may be a good thing to put me up on the real deal for December and May.
I'll tell you this. Everybody that's performed in the in-house, they got there once. Like, I think Kim did this once. After they did it just one time through the in-house, it's kind of like getting bit by, you guys have their term, getting bit by the acting bug? All right. Have you? Yeah. Okay.
Different interpretations of it.
Yeah. Okay. It's something where once you're on the stage and you know that presence on stage, it hits you to a point where you're just gonna love the stage and want to be on the stage. Yep. That's why Burlesque always wants to be on stage. All right. She doesn't sit back. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
We have a special guest for today.
Yeah, we do have a special guest, and she's going to talk about in-house a little bit. What's it about? But let's go ahead and introduce Celeste, she's our special guest today. It's Celeste, okay? Celeste for Kim. Can you tell us a little bit who you are and what in-house is about, and what's the whole point about in-house?
And your title.
Okay. My name is Celeste. I am the program manager for the Creative Center. And the in-house is how we end summer. Summer is our shortest session here at the Creative Center. We have 3 sessions. Summer is the shortest, and this is how we like to end it. So in-house is an opportunity for clients that attend the Creative Center that don't get to star in those big productions for whatever the reason might be. They can come and they can be part of the in-house, and they can still get the experience of being on stage, and they can still get bit by that bug, that theater bug, and then going forward they can be in the in-houses. But it's a way for clients who don't get the big productions to still show what they got on stage. Singing, dancing, acting, monologues, all of it. poems, all of it, all of the above.
Yeah, it really just gets you a chance to be on stage and try it out. We even have a lot of the performers that have been here for so many years. They prefer just to do it in-house. They don't want to do anything big anymore. Y is one example where he loved doing the show once for Greece, but he says,
Never
no.
again.
Yeah, he goes, just doing it in-house one day type thing is fine for me because he likes being on stage, but it's just your preference. How do you like to perform? You know, some people like to do it in front of the microphone and do voiceovers, or some people like to be on stage. Some people like to be in front of the camera. So it's just your preference as a performer. And in-house gives you that opportunity too to see if that's something you want to explore, where it's more an everyday thing when we have our Monday through Friday performances, or is it just something like, yeah, I'll just stick to in-house? Like David's one example too, where he loves just doing in-house. Monty is another one example. Okay, he just does in-house shows. It's a one-day thing where you just give all your heart and everything, physical, mental, everything, all into it in one day. Could be to a lot of people. And just give it all in just one day. Because can you imagine trying to doing that every single day, Monday through Friday? It'll wear you out. And to some, it did wear out. Even to us as instructors, it wears us out. Okay, but we love doing it. I actually prefer doing shows like that every day, but it does wear you out. So, but yeah, doing in-house, it's a great opportunity. And so let's go ahead, since Celeste talked about, Celeste. Okay, our special guest had to leave. She had a meeting. We have also clients here that have been part of in-house performances before. So I want to pass the mic around to the ones that have got a chance to do it in-house and just kind of share their experience about doing in-house. So I know Lori's you've done it before, right? You done it in-house before, Lori, have you? Yeah? Okay, go ahead, Lori, and share an experience with in-house.
I really enjoy, like doing the in-house. I did like a Selena song with Giovanni that used to be here. A client named Giovanni.
Giovanni sounds familiar. Giovanni?
But it was interesting. Then I did a couple shows with Rosalinda Verde.
Yeah.
I did the Christmas show. The 12 Days of Christmas. It was interesting, but the in-house is when people come in and watch you, which I've done.
So what did you try first? Did you try the in-house first or regular production? Is that what was first that came through?
In-house.
So the in-house is really what gave you that an opportunity to see like, oh, I can be on stage or do a lot more on stage. So yeah, Lori is an example. You just share right now, Lori, that doing it in-house first is what gave you an opportunity, and you liked it, be on stage, that you wanted to try a little bit more on stage, like Monday through Friday performances when we have Christmas and spring. So cool. Luis, can you share with us a little bit your experience in in-house? And I know you're involved in this one too, so maybe you can kind of share what kind of songs you're playing, but share with us first your experiences in-house and what have you done?
I done all the spring shows, and I missed the Christmas one. I had to go to my vacation in Mexico, but it's the other direction. So I got back in the spring playing and practice one of those, like the Wizard of Oz, for Over the Rainbow. Yeah, tops. Yeah.
So what are you doing for this in-house? Because you are involved in it. As one of the veteran performers, you're helping others too in this. But you're also doing something more than just on stage. What are you doing? I know you're performing.
Jared tells his jokes, and he announced it. And I'm playing these while he's talking.
Okay.
Softly. Well, I know. And hear Sally's song, It's a Small World. A whole new world. Part of the world. That song, I'm just going to repeat those. Okay. And the Sally song on the keyboard, well, Taylor Jackson singing. And I'm playing with while she's singing. And, and then go on this back on the stage for this spell block.
Yeah, Taylor is another example of she's gonna perform as a singer for the first time in front of her peers and her family and counselors. And Luis is there to help her support in that by playing the keyboard in the back, because Luis has got a lot of experience doing shows in-house. So having Luis there next to Taylor playing the piano actually helps out. Just like with Simon when he's doing his poem, he's got the other performers like you back there helping him out.
Yes.
So that's what's cool, because I look to you guys as like the mentors to them to help them out, you know. So that's awesome. And then these songs that you're performing on the piano, those are songs that you're doing well. Jared is saying a joke and introducing the next act. And so you're providing some background music to all that. All right, cool. So Luis is like busy. He's like doing a lot with us.
I'm just playing. Well, and I know I stop playing when they're ready to perform.
Yeah, because there's 3 performances you're doing, right? You're doing spell block. And then you're doing Taylor's song, Sally's song, and then you're doing Simon's poem. Yeah, and then you got those going on in the background. So if you're looking at Luis going back and forth, that's because he's doing a lot. He's going back and forth all over the place. All right, cool. Thank you, Luis. Gary. Gary's going to be helping us out with the crew area, because we have a couple of people that are going to help out backstage. April's going to be helping out with the lighting. Maria's going to be helping out with the curtains. And Gary is going to be helping out with the technical stuff, which is the camera. Gary, how did you learn camera work? Can you tell the audience, how did you learn how to do that?
I learned with Camille class, film class.
The film class. You learned the film class, film boot camp class. So Gary has taken a step further from taking a film boot camp class and learning about camera, and now he's actually getting the job to do camera work. So Gary is going to be responsible. If you see Gary in the back and all the video that's been done on YouTube, it's because Gary is in the back there shooting the video and shooting the show for us. So thank you, Gary, for helping us out in that area. And even with April, we want to thank April and who else did I say? Maria, helping with the curtains.
Oh, and what's his name? The co-host and the host.
Jared. Yeah, Jared is gonna. He'll. That's Jared's thing. He loves doing all that stuff. So
that's all XML.
Yeah.
I had told him.
Go ahead, Gary.
40th anniversary will be in September 29th as a Saturday night.
Aren't you speaking on that?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard you were speaking on that. So we're going to start preparing for your speeches and presentations starting next week, actually.
Was that.
Yeah, starting next week, we're going to start working on that. So it's going to be fun. All right, thank you, Gary. There you go. I know Simon wanted to add something. Go ahead, Simon.
How do you get to do, like, April on your lights and doing all like the
Get me close.
curtains?
How do you do it? You first take a performing art boot camp class to learn.
What is performing boot camp?
It's just you learn the basics of what theater is all about, the different areas in theater, like lights, curtains. I think Corey's going to be having that class again next session. But if you take a performing art boot camp class, you learn all the areas in theater, which is acting, makeup, lights, props, all that stuff.
What about that huge thing, like if you want to hear them talk and then
the audio?
I forget what. Go ahead, take a big boom.
That's film. That's the film area. Yeah, so if you want to learn more, like that's what Gary took, was film boot camp class. Film boot camp class teaches you everything in the video side. So we get to learn the lighting side of camera work, the microphone, the actual camera. You get to learn all that stuff. So once you take that class, even like performing art boot camp class, once you take those classes, then you know what you're getting into, and then you can try practicing working those stages or those areas. Like April's taking that class. Maria's taking it a lot. So Gary's taking performing art, but now he's taking film. So they're learning all that. So now they can actually go out in the field area and start practicing and working those things. So if that's something you're interested in, you want to, especially for curtains or lighting, then you want to sign up for performing art boot camp. and then you'll get to learn all that stuff. All right, cool. So so that will end it for today's episode. What I wanted to do is just, again, this is a quick episode for in-house, and just wanted to share a little bit who was performing and the experiences. Again, if you're hearing this show, you're hearing this on Friday on KNFS 98.1, but it's also available on YouTube. You can always hear that podcast too. The video will be recorded, and we're trying to hopefully get it edited and available on that Saturday, the following day. If not, for sure Sunday. All right. So that weekend, I'll just say that weekend. All right. That way you can watch all the performances that we're talking about today. You can get to watch all that on YouTube. Okay. All right. So we thank you again for tuning in for another episode of the Creator Center Talk Show. The last talk show for this session until we start again in September. So if you hear some different voices in September, Selena will be stuck here. She's not going nowhere.
I'm taking it again.
Yeah, if you hear some new people for next session, it's because we're starting a new session and we're having new people coming in for the radio. So, but yeah. So other than that, we thank you so much for tuning in, and everybody here at the center says bye.
Bye.